Alright, here's an update to my last video. I got the shocks stuck to the Sport. Traxxas, the black XXL Shocks, plastic, of course, just to save a little bit of weight on this here tank of a truck. I'm running the black nitro springs that come, I believe they come with the shocks, the black shocks. Not really 100% for sure on that. But now, without any spring spacers in there, or this or that, I have a, well, can't say a stock body, but relatively a stock body. If you look at it, my wheelbase is not quite centered. I'm a little bit far forward, but if you compress everything, it comes down exactly dead center where it's supposed to. So, I mean, my wheelbase does, the front doesn't look as short. I don't know why that is. It might be, I don't know, maybe it's just hard for me to tell. No, it looks pretty good. But as far as that goes, nothing hits in a straight line. I have clearance everywhere. So, front and back. Oh no, I lied. The back, I'm dragging just a hair bit on the front right there. But that's easily fixable. So, I don't know. It makes me wonder as far as that goes. I mean, you could run it just like it is. I mean, you have enough clearance. I mean, you might drag fenders here and there when you're compressing the suspension, but now with 110 millimeter shocks, I've got just a radical amount of articulation. So I weigh more than what I need, but to get it up high enough to not have to butcher your body, you know, and hack out the wheel wells. I mean, this is doable. I mean, totally doable. And if anyone's curious about the paint, as far as that goes, this is Tamiya PS53 sprayed in, or sprayed on first. It's two coats of PS53, and then I backed it with metallic black, Traxxas metallic black. I don't know. I might have to make me up a new body now. I got asked a few questions by Shane Baldwin this morning, and he had put on there that he had been running his Sport with a 3800 kV, which I find totally entertaining because I love the idea. As a matter of fact, my black Blazer, this bad boy right here, I mean, she's all pretty much stock for the most part. Now I'm only running just a hobbywing 2300 kV, but I've got it geared 2239, so that TRX-4 runs 30 miles an hour in second gear. The Sport, where the Sport doesn't have the second gear, obviously, it's nowhere near as fast. I mean, it goes pretty good running these 580 tall 4-inch wide tires, but I don't have that second gear, you know, ballistic land missile effect. So to drop the 3800 kV Castle Creation system in here, I think would be, oh, I don't know, epic. You could run it on a 2S or 3S. I mean, geared as slow as you want, geared as fast as you want. So it's not like you wouldn't have a whole bunch of options. But for this, where it's not fast, I mean it's fast for what it is, don't get me wrong. It goes pretty good with the 580 tall tire and a 2300 kV geared to the moon, 2239. But now I can literally put me a new body on this, hack the wheel wells out minimally just to clear the tires. I mean, I'm still, like I said, still with all the ground clearance. I mean, or with all the articulation. I don't care how much you hack the wheels out. It's 110 millimeter shock. I've got a radical amount of ground clearance. I mean, a radical amount. I do actually have a lot of ground clearance, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I definitely raised it up. compared to my, well, I don't know, stubby stock Sport. Anyway, to have these shocks on here means you can jack the body up with the posts and then not have to hack so much out of your wheel wells. I mean, and my springs, don't get me wrong, the springs, they are super stiff. I don't know if they're going to be too stiff for this, but as far as that goes, I don't know. Makes me wonder. I mean, you can tell that my axle is shifted to the passenger side. I bring it down, it comes back to center, or to more so where it's supposed to be. But when it goes up, it hangs left. So if there's somebody out there that makes a mount to drop down the panhard bar mount, that would be, oh, I don't know, that would be the icing on the cake. If you literally just had that one piece, or you could raise it on the axle, one or the other, just to drop it down a few millimeters. I don't know, 5 millimeters. I'm not really sure exactly how far it need to be dropped down, because that right there is pretty much centered. So even if you go all the way down, you're still fairly centered. You're a little off, but I don't know. I'm going to run it like it is. I'm curious. I want to see how well it does. Anyways, though, with the 3800 kV, I think that would be entertaining to drop a 3800 kV in here and just, you know, monster truck it around. However, the Hobbywing quikrun 2-in-1 2300 Fusion Pro, it ragdolls this thing most impressively on a 3-cell. So I don't know. I'll quit yapping. I'll go test this thing and see what happens. Peace out, YouTube.